Now we're gonna be doing just what we call a backward lunge stretch. So you're gonna take a step back, weights in our front heel, reach across, and then press forward. Take a step back, weights in the other leg, and you're just gonna alternate. Remember, as you go back, you wanna make sure your front heel has all your weight. So extending up, take a step back, my front heel, this should be tough to balance as you're doing this. Take a step back, extend up, and then pull the hips back as you're doing so. Continue that. All right, this is called the backward lunge stretch. Again, focusing on getting that warm up. Now we're gonna do the forward lunge stretch. So some of you that have a mat, you're gonna need to use your mat on this, but the first level is put that knee on the ground. Make sure your weight is in that front heel. You're gonna go down and then pull that hip back. I'm gonna show you level 2. You take that knee off the ground. You're gonna try to bring that elbow to the ground and then pull the hip back. Elbow to the ground, pull that hip back. Elbow to the ground, pull that hip back. One more, down, pull the hip back. Okay, again, you're gonna go to the other leg now. So elbow down, pull the hip back, elbow down, pull the hip back, all the way down. I'm gonna show you that for level 1. If you aren't ready with that back knee to be off the ground, you're just doing this from the ground, keeping that back knee, elbow down, making sure your weight is in this front heel. Last one. All right, next one we're gonna do is called the 4-point squat. I'm gonna show you from the side. You're gonna pull the hips back, try to touch your toes. That's point 1. Point 2 is gonna bend at your hips. So some of you will not be able to make sure you're in your heels as you bend. You're not gonna be able to go this far. You go down as far as you need to, keeping your weight in your heels. Point 3, I'm gonna try to lift my arms straight up, lock my elbows, and then point 4, stand up. So we'll do that from the center. Point 1, touch your toes. Point 2, bend the hips. Point 3, arms are up, and then stand up, number 4. So those are a few quick warm-ups. We're gonna get going with the exercise. All right, those are a few quick warm-ups. We're gonna get started with the workout. You're just gonna follow along. We're gonna go 45 seconds on with a 15-second transition. So just follow along. The first one is gonna be a plank. So on your mat, go ahead and get there. If you're just starting out, you'll follow me with what the first level is. You're gonna be on your knees. We're gonna start in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So all we're gonna do here is put the hands directly underneath our shoulders and then lift our hips up either on our knees or on our toes. And we're just holding there. My shoulders are pulled away from my ears. My neck is relaxed. My core is engaged. I'm pulling up my belly button towards my spine. And I'm just holding that position. Again, level 1, you're just holding that on your knees. You're still feeling those abs engaged. You're moving your hips right to where you feel that belt working. You're holding there. Let me make sure I got my timer going. We got 8 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. From there, we're gonna go do the kneeling opposites. So the hands are directly underneath our shoulders. We're gonna lift that opposite arm, opposite leg, straight out, not up to the sky, and then put that hand underneath and then alternate. So all we're doing is extending back. Go ahead and start if you haven't. Your knees are aligned 90 degrees. You're extending that heel back, reaching to shake someone's hand, and you're extending back and forth. So again, you're trying to reach that arm, push that heel back, and keep that neck and the head parallel or aligned to the ground as you go back and forth. We're halfway there. Pull that hip back, extending, reaching that arm, pulling that belly button up to your spine. We're almost there. Pushing that heel back. All right, we're standing up. Our next exercise, we're gonna be on our hip joint. You're gonna stand up, go ahead and follow along with me. You're gonna push your hips back, wiggle your toes, and then you're gonna tap that toe behind you. So you're balancing all in this hip. All we're gonna do from here is spell a Y. We're gonna reach up, hold it, 1, 2, and then down, making sure your posture is nice and tall. So if you stood up right now, you would be in a straight line. You would not be hunched over with your shoulders. Extending up, hold it, 1, 2. If you're a level 2 or a little strong in those hips, you can go further back in that lunge as you go up and down. Again, if you're just starting out, you're almost standing. If you need to tap that toe for balance, but all the weight is in right here in the hips. So if you don't feel those hips, push your hips further back. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Next one, I'm gonna have my chair here as a share. We're gonna do what's called an air squat. So again, if you're just starting out, we wanna focus on our hips. We're gonna push our hips back. I'm gonna tap my bum on the chair, and then I'm gonna stand up. If you're just starting out, you actually may sit down on the chair, push your knees out, and then stand up. We wanna focus on being in our heels and our hips as we go down and as we come up. Down and back. Pressing through, going all the way down, all the way up. Again, if you're just starting out, you might be able to just sit down for a second and then make sure you press those knees out and then come up. We're almost done. We're going to be back with a first level variation of that plank. We're going to go into the negative push-ups next. 2, 1. Great job. So we're going to change out that plank where we hold, and we're going to go slowly down for a negative push-up. So again, level 1 on your knees. I'm gonna slowly control it down, keeping my elbows in and my hands right below my shoulders. So if you're just starting out, you're probably needing to go a little bit slower. If you can't hold yourself all the way down, you're just gonna inchworm back to that plank position. You can do this on your knees, going slow as you can down. Slow, 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 slow. And if you can push up, great. If not, you're just controlling and then dropping back up to the plank position. Again, focusing on those shoulders being pulled down your back, the neck being relaxed, and the core being engaged as you're doing this. Almost there, 7. All right, next one is gonna be a core exercise. We're gonna do heel taps. So you're gonna lay on your back, you're gonna relax your legs and keep that lower back pressed into the ground. I'm gonna engage and press my navel in as I go tap my heel in. So I'm gonna go down, press, 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 and then come up, press that navel in, breathe out, and come up, press, 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 press as I go down. So you're engaging your core by pressing your navel in. As I'm doing so, I'm making sure my legs are relaxed and my core is holding my legs up. My hands are behind me or on my stomach. They're not by my side. Okay, I'm pressing down, I'm breathing out. You should be breathing every time you go down. I'm talking, but you should be breathing and breathing out as you go down. Almost there. We're gonna be standing up after this. 3, 2, 1. Great work, guys. So hopefully you did your left leg last time. We're gonna switch legs and do a T. So we're gonna pull our hips back, pull our hips back. We're gonna balance again, and then now we're gonna come out like a T. So we're gonna spread those arms out and then come down. So coming up, hold it, 1, 2, and then down. Coming up, again from the side, you're focusing on those hips. So pulling that hip back, balancing on the one leg, hold it, 1, 2, squeeze those shoulder blades together. That back is flat, your neck is relaxed. If you stood up right now, you would be in a straight line. You would not be hunched over. So all I'm doing is moving in my hip joint as I'm doing this. Almost there. We're gonna go back to the next set of air squats. Nice work. Should be tough to balance. 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna go back to that air squat. We're gonna add a variation of a jump. Okay, if you're not ready for jumping, you're gonna go down and then explode up on your toes. Okay, I'll show you. 3, 2, 1. So I'll do level 1, going down, or you can jump it. Again, if you got this form down with your hips, you don't need the chair. You're going down on your toes, or you can jump it. Arms up, hip weights in your heels. Again, if you're doing this at home, you're going at your pace. If you need to go faster, go faster. You need to go slower, go slower. 15 seconds. Doing great, guys. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna go down on our mat again. We got our next round of the push-ups. This time we're gonna count 4 down, pause 2, and 1 up. So we're gonna go down for 4. I'll count with you. Go ahead and get to that plank. I'll do the level 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 1, 2, and breathe. Down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 1, 2, and breathe. Down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 1, 2. Breathe. Again, you can do this from your knees. 4 down, and 2 pause as you come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 1, 2, and breathe. Last 10 seconds. So we're going down for 4, pause for 2, 1 up. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we got scissor kicks next. Laying on your back, you're gonna press that lower back in and do scissor kicks. All we're doing is keeping the lower back pressed. So again, your hands are here. You can go as low as you need to, keeping the lower back pressed. Back and forth. Again, all we're focusing on is the lower back. So if you need to go higher, if you need to bend your legs, if you can lock your knees, you can go lower. Whatever you need to do to keep that lower back pressed. Almost there. We got 20 seconds right here, pressing that lower back in. Keep pressing, keep pressing. Almost there, 15. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys, we're standing up. We're switching legs. This time we're gonna work on the shoulders. We're gonna push our hips back. Again, balance on that left leg again with the hips, and we're gonna put the elbows right by our sides and spell a W. So you can see me from here. I'm pulling the thumbs back and working on those rotator cuff muscles as I'm working on my hips. Again, back is straight, your elbows are right by your ribs, and you're trying to point behind you, working the hips, working the rotator cuff muscles. Again, if you're at level 2, you can bend a little bit further in that lunge, but that back still stays flat, going back and forth. Back and forth. We're almost there, 7 seconds. All right, we're gonna do the last one here. We're pulling the hips back. We're gonna do an A. So again, you're pulling that hips back, switch legs, and we're gonna spell an A. So we're going back, the elbows are pulled back, arms are straight, and the palms face the ground as you go down. So as you go back, you're gonna extend the arms up and then come down. You're still in your hip joint. As you go back, you're extending the arms back up to the sky or up to the ceiling if you're at home. We're balancing, working on that hip, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. We're almost there. Pull that hip back. We're working, you should be burning in the hips, and you should feel the back of your arms burning as well. Pull those shoulder blades away from your ears. Again, make sure if you stood up, you'd be in a straight line. We're in our hip joint. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, guys. This is our last 2 exercises. We got 3 exercises, sorry. The push-ups all out as fast as you can. And then we got a last core and last leg exercise coming. All right, all out push-ups as fast as you can, 45 seconds. Again, elbows right by your sides, pressing all the way up, going as far as you can down, all the way up on your knees or on your toes. All the way up, extend the arms up to the sky, elbows are locked, elbows are close in, hands are right underneath your shoulders, you're extending up all the way through. Again, if you're doing this at home, you're pushing yourself as fast as you can. I'm helping you, so I can't go as fast as I can because I'm not breathing, I'm talking. Almost there. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our last core exercise gonna be what's called a running man sit-up. I'm gonna give you level 1. It's gonna, you have your legs bent. You're gonna try to bring your opposite knee to the opposite shoulder and come down. That's level 1, pressing your lower back in. Level 2, you straighten that body. Breathe out, bring that opposite shoulder to the opposite knee. Okay, I'll show you level 1. Go ahead and begin if you have it. You're bringing that shoulder, reaching that shoulder to the knee, reaching that knee to the shoulder. Back stays flat on the ground. Breathing every time you come up. Level 2. Breathing out. Try to twist that shoulder to the knee. We are almost there. We got one more exercise, 10 more seconds. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our last one, guys. We're gonna go down and touch the sky. We call this the frog jumps. You're gonna come down a little bit wider, again, moving in your hips, and then we're gonna extend up on our toes. So you're gonna go down. Go ahead and start when you're ready. Weights in our heels, we push our hips back, chest is up, and level 1, you're just on your toes. Level 2, you are jumping, touching that sky. This is the last one. Try to finish up. Again, if you're just starting out, you're just going down. Keep breathing. Should be the whole time. Anytime you need to pause this, pause it. We have this interval, so you're going 45 and 15. And we are almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we got cool down every workout. We're cooling down, so go ahead and get on your mat.